Hi there. My name is Stephanie. I'm here to talk to you a little bit today about staying seated too long and what that does to our hips and our lower body muscles. I know some of us might be used to having a standing desk at work, and I hope you are finding ways to come up into a standing position or walk or move while you're home. But I know as we are all kind of working in a different way, you are doing the best you can using that home office or the couch or the table in the dining room or whatever it is for your office. So if you find yourself in a seated position too long, we know that that causes the hips to be nice and tight, which then goes to the rest of the lower body muscles. So today I want to show you a few exercises that you can do in the chair, and then I'll have a second video that will be coming very soon after to show you how you can come up and you can use the chair in a standing position. So here we go. 3 exercises for you. You can do 1 or 2 or all of them and try to incorporate them into your day. So first thing I'm going to have you do is scooch that chair back. So if you're at your desk or wherever you may be, scooch that chair back, sit up nice and tall. So what happens is we stay in this rounded position a lot. Our hip flexors, right here where that crease is at the top of our legs and torso, it just gets shorter, right? And that shortening of that muscle, that's what causes us to be tight and just not feel great when we stand up and when we start moving. So I want you to stay upright with that posture. You don't have to go too far out. I don't want you to round the back. I just want a nice neutral position where the shoulders rest, or shoulders are nice and neutral and hands are rested on top of the thighs. From this position, I just want you to take that right foot, bring it up, good, and drop it down. So really all that's moving is the lower leg, and we're waking up these hamstring muscles. Some of you might have very tight hamstrings. That could be for a variety of reasons, but please know that that's very common. One more on the left side, and we're going to start to bring in some ankle rolls. And so another underutilized muscle, right, other than our hamstring would be our ankles. So with this right leg extended, I just want you to roll the foot a few times to the right and a few times to the left. Good. If you feel a little snap, crackle, pop, or hear it, that's okay as long as it doesn't hurt, right? You're just kind of waking up some of those muscles and those ligaments and everything going on in that ankle joint. Good. Stop there. And then I want you to wiggle your toes a little bit. So you might also be feeling a little crack or that. Just give them a nice stretch. Try to pull them apart like you might your fingertips. And then let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. If you have trouble keeping your leg all the way straight, that's okay. You can always bring it down a little bit, whatever feels best for you. I don't want anybody to overextend. These should be nice, simple, quick exercises. Go ahead and stop and wiggle those toes. Good, so that's number 1. We started with the lower body or the lower leg, right? That works the hamstrings and then hitting those ankles. Next thing I want you to do is we're gonna sit up nice and tall. And I'm going to turn my chair so you're actually going to have a better angle of me. But I want to do a seated figure 4. So if I come all the way to the front of my chair here, I take my right leg and I have to lift it a little bit. And I want you to land it right, that right ankle right on top of that left knee. Sit up nice and tall. So this is a seated figure 4 we have going on right here. If you would like to, you can press down with that right hand. You're going to feel this on that back right glute. Remember, if this is too much pressure, you can always take the foot on the inside of the leg, or you can scooch all the way back in your chair and put it on the chair as well. It takes a lot of mobility here, but this is really nice for the hips to open up and get some length, and then to start to wake up the glutes a little bit as well. So 5 breaths once you're up on the right side, so 5 good breaths. I'm not going to do them with you, but that's what I recommend for you, is 5. And the deep breath, right, would just be a really nice big inhale. You can close your eyes and then exhale. And then by that 5th breath, actually feeling like you're getting a little bit of a good stretch there. Good, and then you can go ahead and switch sides like I do. I need a little bit of help to get my foot up there, especially on the left side. And then I sit up nice and tall. 5 good breaths here. Maybe pushing into that knee, maybe not. For me, just this position is enough. So if that's how you feel too, then just stick with that. Last one I have for you in the seated position, you can go ahead and set that down, is I want you to scoot back a little bit or find kind of a sweet spot right in the middle. And all we're going to do is take that knee. You can either grab from behind or in front. Pull that knee towards your chest and drop it down. So pull that knee in. Good, and drop it down. A lot of times we do this in a laying down position, so it might not feel as good, but getting the hips a little bit more love. hard to do when we're sitting down. The best options are when we're standing, but these are a couple things that will help that lower body. Good. Last one. Those were 3 exercises. Think lower body. I don't want you to think that it's bad for you to sit, right? Of course, there are times when it's best that we are focused in a seated position, whether it's calls or Zoom calls or whatever it may be with our colleagues. So sitting is fine, but as long as we get up every 30, 45 minutes, 60 minutes max and move a little bit, whether that's take a quick walk or get up and stretch, maybe some of these exercises if you have to stay down for more than an hour at a time, you're on a long call, you could hit some of these. You could even just work the ankles or move the legs in little marches, anything like that to get you going. I'll see you in my next video where we'll stand up, we'll use the chair for a little bit more and a little more exercises, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.